Okay, online trolling. I think you're pathetic if you do it. But I don't think it should be illegal. Now, in Australia, and those of you who have just left, or just heard me say Australia, and who have immediately clicked off of the video, thank you. This is insane, and anytime I mention Australia, it's usually because of their insane policies. So companies will now be fined if they don't quote unquote crack down on cyberbullying. So anybody who's caught posting abusive content could be more than, get this, $100,000 as part of a Australian government crackdown on cyberbullying. Jesus, I mean, $100,000. That's 1 0 away from a million. Yeah. So me criticizing someone and then they're reporting it as harassment. Oh no, guess like I'm now in debt. Since I'm not the Australian expert, I'll call in Nine News. Nine News is basically some random news organization. It's like 5 News in Britain or stereotypical mainstream media in the US. Yeah. Okay, ready? Let's go.
Trolls are on notice. Anyone caught posting abusive content could now be fined more than $100,000 as part of a planned federal government crackdown. Live now to political reporter Kerry Yaxley. Kerry, when will these
Political
laws be passed?
So, when will they be passed? So we're fining people money for being an online troll, right? Who's the victim here? Well, the person who posted it, no duh. But how can we guarantee that the person actually sees it? We can't. So if they're not the victim, who's the victim? The people who do see it. But it's not directed at them. So they're not the victim either. Wait a second, it's almost like this thing has extreme and major flaws. Who could have guessed? Also, this isn't meant for people who are doxing, because, well, there's an easy victim to identify. But there's really an infinite amount of victims, or at least anybody who reads the comments. Because, well, let's just take YouTube. I have this little, fancy thing called comments. And, well, we'll just show you comments I haven't responded to, and things like that. So, yeah, but that doesn't mean I care. Seriously. I wouldn't report someone to the police if they had, like, said I'm an awful human being. Number one, it's true. Number two, do I care? No. So, but Australia, what's the point of this legislation? To stop cyberbullying? Because they'll just use VPNs, which they're already using, because you have a tendency to break. God, I haven't read the. Oh, okay, let's see. If I do remember, they have a kind of First Amendment. The First Amendment is only limited to political speech, though. And, well, knowing Australia, that's going to be overturned, but, yeah. But seriously, who can afford 100,000 just like that? No, I'm honest, Australia. Most people don't make 100,000 a year. Or if they do, they make slightly over it. So who can afford just to take, 99% of their salary out of the year? The answer is no one. No one who makes 110,000 can live on 10,000 per year. Rent, food, heat, electricity, gas. But who's going to enforce this law? What Jesus Christ. What court is going to prosecute some troll? Seriously. God. Also, if you're stupid enough to get trolled, wow, I'm impressed. But even if it was to stop cyberbullying, Oh, this law is an international. Oops. Oh god. Yeah.
Well, Kate, first the government wants community feedback on the legislation before it.
Yeah, if you live in Australia, which I know none of my viewers do, um, please vote against this. Do whatever it takes to say, hey, Australian government, go do Australian insult.
It introduces it into the parliament, which it intends to do next year. So, if social media platforms or websites fail to take down material that is offensive, they can be fined up to half.
What's considered offensive, though? I mean, my opinions could be considered offensive to others. Does that mean I should get $100,000 fine? Oh no, it doesn't. Someone else's opinions I could consider offensive. I don't think they deserve $100,000 fine. For anybody who has their opinion and shares it, uh, even a non-agreeable position like being a Nazi, I don't think they deserve $100,000 fine. Because, yeah, sure, I'm kind of siding with the Nazis here, but, just because they're evil doesn't mean they need to be fined. Oh god. The god. What I'm trying to say is, Australia, work on your freedom of speech. Let's continue.
If they can be fined up to $500,000. Trolls can also be fined over $100,000. The communication minister says that these laws will complement what the police do to crack down on cyber harassment.
Cyber harassment. Okay, so tell me the definition of that. Oh, okay. Well, what I'd consider that is doxing, but, last time I checked, yeah, Black Lives Matter would be outraged if you did that.
Currently, if a child is subjected to bullying online, the eSafety
Oh god. What child is going to report that? It's not actually going to be a child. It's going to be a parent.
Commissioner can act by ordering the platform to take down abuse. The government basically wants that.
So, what you're saying is the entire platform is going to have to search through every single contact, every single message that has been sent by a child or has been sent to a child? Okay. Yeah, that's going to be expensive and a waste of time. Because if you're a child, don't be a idiot. Please.
That expanded to adults as well. So if an adult is subjected to seriously harmful content, the
Seriously? What is seriously harmful content?
eSafety Commission, they can approach the eSafety Commissioner and she can make that order. Okay.
Okay, that's Jesus. I kind of agree with them on the child part. I don't think it should be a law though. I think it should just be like taught not to bully. Again, I don't necessarily agree with brainwashing, but it's better than the alternative. But seriously, we can criticize adults. Adults are idiots all the time. That doesn't mean we can't criticize them for. Just because someone says, oh, I don't know, Mars is actually flat, and I correct them, actually, no, Mars is round, you idiot, doesn't mean I should be fined $100,000. But another major issue, you said you would fine fine social media companies $500,000. Let's see. 4 instances of that, 2 million. 2 instances, 1 million. So if they could even survive the cost of that, guess what they're gonna do? If you guess block access to the site from your country because it's too cost worthy, you'd be correct. Seriously, let's pretend you're a social media company. I'm doing a long eye of what 60. I have 60. Actually, I have 3 million, right? Oh no, I got hit by two of these $500,000 charges. Oh no, only 5 million. Wow, yeah, that's a 1/6 of my entire business gone. Let me think. 10-minute mark, yes. Let me think what I'm going to go do. Oh yeah, I'm going to keep allowing Australians to go to my site so I can continue to lose money if something like this ever happens again. And never mind the economics. I want to be nice because that's oh shoot. My business just shut down. Oh no. Well that sucks. Okay, ready more Australian time.
Have a listen now to the Communications Minister on the definition of what harmful content means in relation
You want to place guesses? I'm going to basically say don't feed the trolls.
to adults. He says freedom of speech was taken into account.
Freedom of speech was taken into account? If freedom of speech was taken into account, this law wouldn't exist. I don't think you understand the definition of freedom of speech.
It needs to be abuse that is menacing, harassing, or offensive.
Offensive. Okay, define offensive.
And that would be judged to be intended to cause you harm.
Well, words can't really cause harm, so yeah.
And Paul Fletcher Kate says that there should be no hesitation from the social media platforms in this. He says they were warned that this was coming as far back as the 2019 election.
Oh, well then, they should just get out of Australia as soon as it's about to be passed, because think about Facebook. If they eat a 500,000 charge, how many days? Actually, how many days before they just stop blocking Australians entirely? You want to place bets if this law actually passes? Let's continue.
Okay, so
Oh yeah. Actually, end of video, bye.